The sea covers over 2/3 of the planet's surface. Yet we know more about space and the universe than we do about our own oceans. Between the states of Connecticut and New York is the Long Island Sound, a naturally protected channel into New York City used for over hundreds of years. The Sound's rich maritime history has played a significant role in the growth of our country. Join us as we explore its unsung residents and its forgotten history. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Captain Dennis of Squalus Marine Divers. And this morning, we took a ride out to Montauk, the end, way off the very tip of Long Island, as east as you can go. And we decided we were going to dive the Montauk Lighthouse. A buddy of mine, Ed, told me it's kind of a rough area. You got to pick your tide, and you got to go at a certain time. Yeah, we didn't listen to any of that because we had things to do and we had a clock to punch. So here we are jumping in the water, probably at the worst time we could possibly jump in the water. But hey, I'm out here. We might as well get a dive done and see what happens. And just as I suspected, the tide was moving because we went at the wrong time. And you can see here I'm struggling to pull myself down. We didn't go very deep, and that's part of the problem. If it was deeper, it might not have been as bad. You can see here, the current's moving pretty good. But on the bright side, we're not in mud, we're in sand, so that means there's no silt. Not that there's anything wrong with silt, but it's nice to have a change of pace. So as we make our way through the tumbleweeds, we get closer and closer to the rocks that we were shooting for. You can see here, it's like I'm in a plane or something. Now here's one of the large stones that we saw on the sonar. I really didn't want to dive in a barren wasteland of sand, so we looked for some kind of structure, and the rocks were the best we could do. As we get around the other side, I see a blue shell crab hiding here in the weeds. As we get closer, look at that. He wants to give me a hug. Not really. Well, he's off to start his day. I got into some of the stones, and it was actually like shelter. And there were a few fish hiding in and around these stones on the lee side of the stone, which means the side that there was really no current. And once they saw me, they got out of dodge. So I was kind of disappointed. And there you can see my line for my rec reel. Because you really need one. There was no way I was going to get back to this boat without that. This is a skate, just hanging out in between the rocks. And somebody bit a little piece off of the back part of his tail, you can see there. He was pretty cool. He was about 18 to 20 inches wide. You can see how much the surge is pushing things back and forth. Part of that's because we're pretty shallow, so it makes it a little harder. I felt like a sock in a washing machine, to be honest with you. It was a little disappointing, but hey, I'll take a free dive on a nice boat any day of the week, even if I got to do a little bit of driving. This was our first venture out here in Montauk, but we'll be back next year. We have a boat that we keep out in Montauk to hit points east. There's all kinds of super cool wrecks out here on the eastern part of Long Island. Everything from old British ships from 1776 to German submarines. Technically, that's more up by Block Island, but hey, you can reach it from Montauk. We'll be doing some of those sites pretty soon. But in the meantime, I'd like to say thanks for checking us out once more. Be sure and check out our interactive dive map on squalusmarine.com, where you can zoom in and out and click on all the different videos that we've done, all the way from the great state of Maine down to Nassau in the Bahamas and points in between. So until then, I look forward to seeing you underwater, and I'm Captain Dennis.